Exclusive TV, Thorobread, first interview of 2018. How we feeling, brother?
What's up? Happy New Year.
All right.
Right.
So, before we get into the interview, previously to our prior conversation on IG, I asked you, are you ready for an interview? And you gave me the exact answer, nah. Tell me the reason why you chose to come to Exclusive TV.
Just felt like through the conversation that we had, the way you explained yourself, I like the plan to sound authentic, so decided to fuck with it, and a few references were made, and finally here, right? 2018.
Yeah. Keep it thorough, baby. So before we get to the music, there's a couple topics that I want to touch on. Toronto has been coming up big lately. You could even say we are the forefathers of this whole hip-hop game for right now. We're taking control right now. But one thing I do see a lot of artists make reference to is this is my city. Are we at that level? Like in the 2000 era with 50, Fat Joe, Jada, are we at that level where artists can claim? Do we have an underground king? Do we have somebody that can claim that status yet?
I'm not gonna say we don't have an underground king, but shout out to everybody doing their thing, all the guys doing their thing on a major level. And if they're out there saying, Toronto's my city, then Toronto's their city, because that's where they're from, They represent the city well, and you can't dispute that shit. So with anybody, wherever they come from, if they come from a country, a background, if Toronto's their city and that's home, and they say that's my city, that's his city, fuck it. I'm not mad, that's his city. Toronto's his city. Toronto's my city too. Toronto's his city. It's love, yeah, definitely.
I like that answer. That's a very diplomatic answer right there. Not many people can answer those type of questions. Okay, very thorough, very thorough. Now, you look at Drake, he's definitely opened the doors. He put Toronto on the map. I don't think anybody can dispute that in any way, shape, or form.
Definitely not.
Now, you have a lot of the younger guys that have a lot of opportunities now. Better than, I wouldn't say the older rappers, but the rappers that have been doing this for a minute. But would you say the opportunities are equal?
For sure, the opportunities are equal. Like, we're in a generation now where it's like, you have good music, it's quality over quantity, you know what I'm saying? You have the right people around you, and it gets out to the world, and they receive it well. You could be a star overnight.
So let me ask you this then, because I find this interesting. You gotta have the right team. But in hip hop, it's definitely about street credibility. So
not today.
You don't think so?
It's different.
I think in the States it's different, but in Toronto, definitely people will rate you, I feel, a lot more if you have that background. Do you agree or disagree?
It's the industry. The industry's the industry, to me. You know what I mean? Like, the industry is just the industry. It's not really Canada, Europe, America. It's like, street cred don't mean shit. There's rats and roaches and all types of species in the industry, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool because there's money involved. And anybody would do anything to have a better life when there's money involved. I mean, they don't give a fuck who they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that's an issue.
Okay. Now let's take it back to Drake. Let's say Drake never blew.
Right.
He never existed. First question, do you think we'd have Tory Lanez, The Weeknd, Pressa, and all these artists?
I can't beat them. I can't say that, you know what I mean? But honestly, one thing I could say about the whole Drake situation is that with Drake blowing up, the whole world receives us a little bit better, you know what I'm saying?
But we got Instagram, we got Spotify now. Now you can do it from home, just
yeah,
like Drake said.
But that's now, who knows what type of aura Toronto would have if it wasn't for Drake stepping into the industry the way he did. Shit changes, we go through that phase, but who knows what the industry would be like and what Toronto would be like if Drake didn't step in the industry and be acknowledged the way he is right now, you know what I mean? Like, he's on a different plateau, different level. Like, I feel like where we're at right now in the city, it's very acceptable to be an artist, and there's a microscope on the city due to the fact of the things that he did, and that's just a fact. You can't dispute that shit.
Of course, definitely. So, now to jump to our next topic. You definitely strike as a man that has more wisdom that, more people can see. You know, basically through Instagram, you know, people can only see you through a microscope from what they can see. But talking to you, I can tell you're very intellectual. So my question is, let's say you got a record deal tomorrow, and it was life changing. You got a lot of money, you know, you have anything to your desire, anything you can buy, anything you want, you can have. Would that change the concept of your music or your approach, or would you still be the same? Because look at Jay-Z. He used to rap about the hood, pimping, all that type, drugs, whatever you want to call it. But now we look at him. I wouldn't say he's Martin Luther King, but he's definitely a symbol to black people, especially black males. So what would you do?
Shout out Hove. It's my idol, you know. I feel like Hove is where he is due to growth, you feel me? So I feel like, to answer your question, if I did get a crazy multi-million-dollar deal tomorrow, I don't think I would change who I am. Still me tomorrow. Things don't change overnight. You gotta adapt to change, you feel me? So to answer your question.
I can agree with that. Now let's get into the record after the politics.
Fuck the politics, bitch. That's what I'm talking about.
I seen DJ Envy gave you a shout out.
Yeah, shout out DJ Envy, the Source magazine.
Making noise.
Yeah, you know, they acknowledge. I love it.
So how did the title come into play? What's the reason behind it? I have my own opinion, but I'd like to hear yours.
Just in there fucking around, I was like, yo, I got this record. I don't know, I heard this beat on YouTube. I don't really do the YouTube beats and shit, but I heard this YouTube beat. Mob's on the beat. I'm like, yeah, I got something. Fuck it. Just went to the studio. I said, fuck it. I laid it down, and it just felt so raw. Brought back that old bread, you know? Yeah, that old bread. So I was like, fuck it. And after the record was done, just due to the shit I was saying, how I was feeling, I was like, you know, fuck the politics. I was just thinking about where I want to be in life and just the city as a whole. Like, you know, like you said, like, what artists is claiming this is their city. Like, I feel this is my city. Like, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. You know, we took losses out here, you feel me? You know, we took W's, all types of shit. So I feel like I want to speak to the city as a whole, you know, and I'm speaking to whoever hears me, who knows where I'm coming from, who's cut from that fabric, that can understand my lingo, you feel me, what I'm saying? So I had to let people know, end of the day, F the politics. Toronto's too small for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Get money. I mean, the industry's a new drug game. It's a new cartel game, so fuck, let's learn that shit and get rich. Drive Bentleys and Lambos and Rolls Royces up and down the city streets, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, when you get there, you can give me one too, though.
I got you.
I need one, though.
Yeah.
Hold up, look. Had the greatest flow off the nightstand. Main bitch get in the feelings because the lifestyle. I can't really fuck with you niggas. Feel you might tell, no killers doing L's. Think a nigga like jail? Just for this glitz, they probably give a hit of like 12. Why I move how I move, this life I know quite well. Be in the cut, Fendi's on my feet and they scrubs. Cause I be in the trenches with it, I'ma keep it a buck. All that dick riding shit need to stop. Cause now your whole scheming a fuck. She leaking drops and you don't wanna see your eyes. I hear a lot of talk through the grapevine. Thorough this, bread that, they wanna take mine.
Alright, so we got the record out. What are we working with? We're dropping a mixtape, EP.
EP. Trust is a luxury. You know, if you're a phony, don't fuck with me. Just like that. And I'm thinking about dropping maybe like fucking two EPs or something. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? No chill button.
What's going on?
That's shit.
What's going on?
That's shit. It's work, you know what I'm saying? Work like a slave, eat like a king, you know what I mean? So,
We got any features? I mean, I seen you with Pressa. What's going on with that?
Pressa's the homie, you know?
Yeah, we got a record coming on the way. Like, what's going on?
Shout out Press Machine. Press a brick. Go cop that shit. Press a brick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. Press is the homie. So we're definitely going to get some shit going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the EP's dropping in March.
EP dropping in March.
We got the next one coming soon.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a date for our next video, next single after Thorough.
It's rolling. It's just spontaneous, you know what I'm saying? We keep it spontaneous, you know what I'm saying? So,
So you just gotta pay attention.
Just pay attention. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If not, fuck you. It is what it is. Love too, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, like, pay attention. stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful to be home and just take steps at my pace. You feel me? Because sometimes in life you just gotta move at your pace. It's a fast industry, but with that being said, you know when shit's timeless. You got that shit that's timeless. It doesn't matter what time it is. Move at your pace. You feel me? So, working.
I got you. So, for some of our followers, where can we find your music? Where can we see you and find you on social media? Can you give us the whole package?
Thorobread Official IG. Stream all platforms. Tidal, Apple Music, Google Music, fucking SoundCloud, Spotify. You know, name it. You think of it, search it. I'm there. I'm there. Fuck
and
it.
yeah, we seen you on Toronto Rappers Trending 6. Shout out to Toronto Rappers.
Shout out
They've
to
been doing
Toronto
it for
Rappers.
a long time. Definitely.
Actually, Toronto Rappers. I say this hands down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this interview and I fuck with all the podcasts and the medias and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And but Toronto Rappers stayed down with me since day fucking one. Like, they fuck with me since day one. You know what I mean? Like, right before I went and did my situation and dropped out your boy, and they fucked with me, you know? They held me down, and it's love for Toronto Rappers, so, you know what I'm saying? Shout out you too for saluting Toronto Rappers, because that's the thing, we're in a city where a lot of people don't really, acknowledge others for doing what they do, and salute that, because Toronto Rappers are actually one of the first media outlets.
They're the OGs of this shit.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
If no one doesn't see that, then they're a fool.
Definitely.
They're the OGs of this shit. When it comes to the media, I definitely salute Toronto Rappers.
That's what's up.
Okay. We already know it's 2018, Thorobread first interview.
Yeah. All money is legal. You know what it is. Thorobread Official. Fuck the politics.
I'm a different breed, swerving in the fast lane. Made a few investments, wonder how the cash came.